Hello and welcome to my pond. So, part 3 of the pond build. Let's do a quick catch up because it's been a little while since I released a video. So, episode 1 was grass and decking. Ripped the decking up, took the turf up, started marking out the pond. Episode 2 had Dan and Paul round, and between the three of us, dug a giant great hole in my garden. What's up for today? Today I'm going to get the armoured cable buried, finish digging off the small bog pond area. Not necessarily today, but in the video we're going to get the underlay and the liner in, hopefully, as well. So by the end of the video we should have something that resembles a pond. Now, I have been out this morning. I bought myself another water, got a water butt for free on Facebook. So I've got 2 water butts now, because I don't want to fill it up with tap water. 1, because it's expensive, and 2, because tap water's got fluoride and stuff in it. It takes ages for the pond to get going again, whereas if you use rainwater, there's nothing in it. It's all just goodness. So I'm going to try and collect the rainwater. However, we're forecast to have like the driest next few weeks ever. So whether I'm going to collect any rainwater is a whole other question, but at least we've got the butts and we could try. So let's get digging. Right, pond is dug, I think. So I've smoothed it, I've trimmed the edges a little bit, splattered it down, and now I need to underlay it and line it. Right, well, here we have one freshly carpeted hole. I was going to keep lining it, but I've done 3 layers on the bottom and 2 layers all the way around everywhere else. And to be honest, I think that's more than enough. Are there loads of creases in it? Yes. Am I going to sort them out? No. Why? Because I'm going to put a liner on it at the top, and that's going to get creased as well. And then there'll be loads of water on it. So you won't see the creases. It'll be fine. There'll be rocks around the edges, and if there's creases in the liner, it just gives somewhere for newts and stuff to hide. But it's hard to gauge on camera just how big it is. So I thought, now it's carpeted, I'm not going to get dirty. This is how big my pond is. It's lovely. It's like an amphitheatre of dreams. See, blah 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 blah.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water.
I can't put that in. Pond. I'm tired. Wow, Ben, that's amazing. You've done such a good job of underlaying it. But what are you going to do to keep the water in? Because carpet isn't waterproof. Well, in this package here, I have Amazon's finest pond liner. Is it the best stuff I could use? No, that's like green PVC stuff and it would have been 400 quid, thereabouts. Is it the cheaper stuff they sell at the pet shop? No, that was like 160 quid. What we have here is Amazon's £30 pond liner. Is it going to hold water? I don't know. It's got like 4,000 good reviews on Amazon. So hopefully it will. There's only one way to find out. But Amazon and the internet told me I needed 5 meters by 6 meters, and I think that's excessive. So I'm going to set up a time lapse and you can watch me struggle with what I'm going to expect to be far too much pond liner. See how it goes. Right, the liner's in, it's very creasy, but that's fine. It's going to be creasy forever, and I can live with that because most of it's going to be hidden underwater and we're never going to see it. So, to stop this all blowing back, we're going to line the first shelf with rocks now, gently, so we don't pierce holes in the liner. I've got some offcuts of liner, so I might double up on the shelves, and then we've got some pea gravel to put in the shallow pool, I guess. And then we've got some larger pebbles to put in the bottom of the big one. And then I'm going to empty both my water butts into here as well. There's not a lot of water in the butts, but you get some water in there. So let's crack on with that. Right, so you can see I just put some rocks in place. It's not their final resting place, but it's just to hold the liner. And then we're going to start at the bottom now and work our way up. So in this hole I've got some big pebbles to put in, and in this back hole I've got pea gravel to put in. Once that's in and it's against the floor, I'm going to start adding water and I'm going to build it up. I've not got everything to do all the way around today anyway, but we can get some water in and I can start moving stuff around to where I want it. But I'm happy with how it looks so far. What do you think? Right, so waterfall's in place. I need to rock around it properly, but it's in place. I'm just going to have 10 minutes out of the sun, in the shade, because it's really hot today. So I figured the perfect time to crack this open and have a look to see what's actually inside it, because I'm sure I've probably got to run some hoses, or a hose, before I put all the rocks around. So yeah, let's have a look. What have we got? This is a better choice. Solar waterfall, 3,500. 3,500 what? 3,500 litres per hour. Is that a lot? I have no idea. Is this a sponsored video? No, I paid very expensive monies for this. So, hopefully it's not rubbish. Right, let's crack in, open and see what we get in the box. So why have I gone with this one? I wanted, ow, I'm bleeding. Knives are dangerous, be careful kids. I wanted a solar power pump, not a mains power pump, because I don't want this to cost me any money. And that's the only reason. And my local fish and reptile shop, they use these. They have 2 display ponds at the front of the shop, and they use these pumps for both of them. And I liked how they work. They've got big old solar panels, which can mount on top of the shed. So hopefully it works. Right, what we got? We've got some, oh, they're the spikes for the solar panels. Instructions. Solar panel spikes. Waterproof connections for the solar panels. Big pump. Big pump. Hose, whatever that thing is. I imagine the solar panel's underneath it. So really I need to work out where the pump's going in the pond and then run the hose pipe for it to the waterfall. So let's do that. Okay, that's all the big rocks in. I'm absolutely shattered, but gonna keep going for now. I've got 3 buckets of pebbles. I'm just going to use the pebbles to fill in as many gaps as I can. So the next few steps are find some wood, so I want some logs coming in, and then water. I'm knackered. Pebbles are pebbled, it's all pretty much ready to go, so now I'm going to start adding water. I'm not going to fill it completely up because it's far too expensive, so I'm just going to empty the water butts and then fill it with the hose just to cover the waterfall pump, just so I can make sure that works, and then it'll have to get filled up with rainwater as and when it rains, which is not forecast for a couple of weeks at least, but happy with it so far. Once it's full of water, then I can deal with burying the engine. Okay, so pond is as full as I'm going to do it with the tap. I don't want to put any more tap water in here. The waterfall is running with the tap because that's where I put the hose. That's quite a nice flow. The pump is plugged in, but the sun's gone in, so I don't know if it works because the solar power pump is not solar powering because there's no solar power. It's a bit sad. But yeah, bit of scum on the water. Need to get rid of that. Overall, really happy with it. And I just need it to rain for like a month. So if it rains all the way through June and July, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to be chuffed. But as for that, that's it for now. I guess in the next clip you come back and some more will have happened. Cool. So at this point, I had a very nice message from a man called Dan, who is a viewer, subscriber, all that sort of stuff. And he said, "Hey Ben, I really like what I'm doing, what you're doing with the pond. I want to help out." So Dan kindly sent me all of these plants. So yeah, here I am putting all of the plants in place. They didn't stay in this position because as the water rose, the plants had to be moved around again. But thank you very much, Dan. I massively appreciate your help. And the plants are growing in really nicely, which you will see very, very soon. But yeah. This is me putting them in. It's been a few weeks since the last clip, and I'm just going to do, as you'll see, it's going to be a few months, or maybe a few weeks as the pond's progressing, but this is where I'm at so far. So it's looking good, solar panels are on, everything's starting to grow in, there's pond plants in there. I just need rain to fill it up, but today I'm going to start the back mini meadow. So first thing I need to do is just turn all the soil over, break it all up because there's lots of bits from when we dug the pond. And then I've got loads and loads of wildflower seeds that I'm going to just plant. So let's dig it up a bit. Right, whilst I enjoy gardening, I am definitely no gardener. So what I've done is done some internet googling, and I have found a selection of seeds that I think will work in my mini meadow wildflower garden, whatever it is. I'm not going to read the instructions, so what I'm going to do is chuck them all in this bowl and then just throw the seeds in there, give it a hose and rake it over so they can hopefully then get eaten. So what we've got is some jazzy mixture, some knapweed, some scabious, some mixed wildlife friendly annuals, some whatever this is, Lucia azure, toadflax, clary, and one of my favourites, oxeye daisy. And we also, in this tub, which I picked up on Facebook Marketplace, is full of poppy seeds as well. So I'm going to scatter the poppy seeds and then chuck all the seeds in here, give them a shake about, and then scatter them everywhere as well. And hopefully in a few months we'll have lots and lots of random little bee friendly plants and stuff, and it should look pucker. Le bosh.
Le bosh.
Cool, so I've turned the soil over and I've raked it as well, so it's a bit better. There are like roots and stuff from old plants that are in here, and I don't care, I'm just going to leave them because it's all going to be wildflowers and stuff anyway. And then me and Vicky have just added this fence, not that you can really see it very well, but all along the border here, and then we're just going to add two pieces just on the end of the pond here, which will stop the dogs coming in. I've also mounted the solar panels for the pond on the shed, and we picked up that water bottle off Facebook Marketplace a couple of days ago, so yeah, that's handy. If anybody knows how I can have the solar powered pump working all the time, because obviously as soon as the sun goes in, it'll work. So can I get some sort of battery or something to store the excess energy? And if I can, someone send me a DM, because I'd like to know how I can have this running all the time during the day, maybe like on a timer with a battery. I don't want it to be running off the mains. But yeah, right, let's go and see what seeds I got and do some planting. Right, there we have my seed mix. I was expecting it to fill the bowl a bit more, if I'm honest, but there's plenty of seeds there, some big ones, some little ones. All sorts of stuff. Let's get them planted. Cool. Right, so it's been a couple of weeks since the last clip, at least a week or so. Let's do a bit of an update and then do some more bits. So, pond is slowly getting full when it's raining. We are getting there. I've got water butts everywhere to try and catch some rainwater, so we're topping that up. Solar panels are mounted. I can't remember if that was in the last clip or not. I've had to build this makeshift fence to stop the dogs getting on the meadowy bit at the back whilst the plants grow, because they keep digging it up, which is really annoying. But as you can see, water is a bit algae-y. It's not too bad. Not too bad. So today I have added a barley straw sack. So when the waterfall's running, it'll do whatever a barley straw thing does. The waterfall only runs from like 6 AM until about 2, because after that the sun's not on the solar panels, but it's good. But today I have been up to a friend's small holding because she's had some trees cut down. I have got a pile of logs. So I'm going to pile of log around the pond to dress it up a bit. Cool, so here's my logs. Fine, maybe final resting place, not sure. But now frogs have got a few more, or frogs and newts have got a few more ways to get out. Adds a bit of tannin to the water, which is good. Frames off the back of it a bit. And yeah, just I'm not sure about that one. I might move that big one, but I don't like seeing the cut end of this one. I'll work something out, but that's how it is for now. Just need more water, but bugs and bees and stuff are starting to come to the pond. There's one there, little hoverfly, and the blue tits are nesting away. You can hear them chirping. I won't go and disturb them, but yeah, actually it looks like there's lots of life. There is. Look at all those things moving. I don't know what they are. If you know what they are, be sure to tell me in the comments. Nice. So just been to the garden centre and we've got some of these. I don't know what they are. This one is one of these things. Don't know what that one is, lost the label. But they're both butterfly plants, or butterfly and bee, and they're good for the wildlife. And they're quite bushy and they're quite big flowers, so we're going to go over by that bird bath. I'm going to go and find my tripod, find a shovel and get those in the ground. There we go. That's a little bit more plantage, bit of pollen for the bees whilst everything else is growing in. It's nice. It's nice.
Very nice. High five.
Yeah, I like it. It's coming along nicely. So it has been 5 weeks, I think, since the last clip that you saw. And whilst I haven't been busy in the garden, things have been going on. So let's go and have a look at what we've got going on behind us. And I've got one more job to do, and then that'll be the end of the video and end of the pond project. So, and then all that's left is just the plants to grow and the wildlife to come. So let's go and have a look. First thing that we've done that I haven't put on video yet is this area here has been turfed and we've added the stepping stones. It is still growing in, but it's getting there. The wildflower seeds that you saw me plant, they're all starting to grow in now. So hopefully we'll have a nice carpet of stuff soon. I've added a couple more plants. We've got the frog house in the corner. And the most important thing is that the pond is now full of water. So this is all rainwater. And it has taken probably 3 months to fill it up, maybe 2 months to fill it up, 2.5, not sure. So as you can see, it's full. This is the water level. It maybe goes up and down an inch or so, but our lowest point is this corner here. So once it hits that stone in the middle, that's the highest point. But it's looking good. The plants from down are growing in really nicely. We've got the irises over the back. We've got lots of grasses. We've got creeping Jenny on the waterfall. I don't know what half the other things are. My lily pads that came from the original pond are growing up nicely as well. We have had some issues with algae, but the barley straw seems to be keeping control of the most of it, which is good. I've noticed some frogs in the pond. I've noticed some newts in the pond. I thought I had a bit of the newts, but I can't find it. But yeah, it's coming on really, really nicely. Waterfall is gorgeous, and I love having the sound of the water trickling away. But like I said, I've got a couple of jobs to do today. So let me go and get what I need. I'll tell you all about it, and then we'll get that done. And it's nearly pond complete. First on this work, making this beautiful wildlife pond garden area. But something that I really like that is bees, butterfly, insect. But if you bring the insect in, bring it in the rest of the wildlife. And so what do we need for these? What do we need for these? We need bee houses. So I've got 4 different bee houses. A couple of them I bought. This one was sent by Josh, who is on the Patreon. So thank you very much, Josh. Appreciate that. What I'm going to do is position them under the windows here. I think I've got one mistake here. So I've got a nice area for lots of different sizes of bees. Because these is good. Right, there we have it. This has been my project for like the last 3 months or so. It's been a lot of hard work, not that much money, but a lot of time. But I've created my new happy place. Like, I sit up here on this chair pretty much after work every day. Come out when I let the dogs out in the evenings with a head torch on and have a look at the pond. And I like to see all the stuff that's coming. Before I wrap up, obviously lots of thank yous for this video and for the series as well. If I forget anybody, I'm really sorry. I'm doing this off the top of my head. But first off, I'd like to thank Paul Burrows and my friend Dan, who lives around the corner, for helping me dig the hole, because I'd have never got this done on my own. It'd still be a muddy mess. Then I'd like to thank another Dan for all the pond plants that you can see. They're growing in really nicely, and again, couldn't have done this bit without you, mate. So I'm very, very grateful. Thank you very much. And again, thank you to Josh for the bee hotel, bug hotel. If you want to add to the bug hotels, you can. There's an Amazon link in the show notes below. Also Patreon, obviously, you guys and girls are on screen now. Thank you each and every one of you for your continued support. It means a massive amount to me, and the money you guys contribute every month really helps, and means I can do cool things like this and the reptiles. So yeah, thank you very, very much for that. And thank you again to the wife for letting me do a giant great hole in the garden, and the landlord for letting me do a massive great hole in the garden as well. It's been really fun. I've learnt a lot, but yeah, I really enjoyed the project, and I was amazed how quickly nature started arriving as soon as we built it. This year we had, in the space of 3 months, we had blue tits in that box, we had robins nesting in the box over there, we even had wrens nesting in another nest on the side of the garage that you can't see. I wasn't able to get any clips of the wrens, but really cool to have 3, maybe 4, because we think we had blackbirds as well, but I can't be 100% sure. 4 species of bird nesting this year. We've had loads and loads of stuff coming to visit the bird feeder. We've had all sorts of stuff, and obviously there's smooth newts in the pond, there's frogs in the pond, there's tadpoles in the pond, there's all sorts of stuff in the pond. And yeah, it's only going to get better and better. So if you've got a garden or even a balcony or anything and you want to make a pond, a nature pond, I highly recommend it. It can be a barrel or a bucket this big, or it can be something extravagant as this, or if you go and watch Riddler's video recently, his dad's built something that's probably 3 times the size of this, which it's all great. Any water you can add to your garden is fantastic, and it's great for the wildlife, and I think it's good for just the soul as well. Having the water trickling in the garden is really peaceful. I open the door in the morning to hear the waterfall, and absolutely love it. There's nothing I love more actually than standing here in the morning with a cup of coffee, just enjoying the sounds. So this has been a big project. I've been Ben McIntyre. This has been the Reptichat podcast vlog channel, I guess, and instead of just cutting it, I'm going to leave you with a little montage of the pond in all its glory. So yeah, thank you very much, thank you for watching the series, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks, something new.